Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only Hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Hosting Cruz, and guys, I am here to talk about, quite frankly, one of, if not the hardest puncher in the history of boxing. And guys, there's been many punchers in the history of boxing like George Foreman, Mike Tyson, Randall Bailey, Ernie Shavers, Marcos Maidana, Edwin Valero. The list goes on and on, guys. Tito Trinidad. But none of those guys, who are tremendous fighters and legends, can compare to the punching power that Julian Jackson possessed back in the day. Julian Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, out of the Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, holds a record of 55 wins with 49 big wins by knockout. And it's for real. A lot of punchers in boxing will hit you and you will buckle, you will dance, and you'll get KO flat, go to sleep, and you're on your way down. But Julian Jackson, when he hits you, you ain't dancing, you ain't buckling, and you ain't going down just loose. When Julian Jackson hits you, you're gonna get frozen up like a statue on your way down. When Julian Jackson hits you, like he hit, like if you've seen him fight before, he's a legend in the sport. He recently got into the Hall of Fame, I think last year, and has been regarded for many years and still is as one of the hardest, if not the hardest puncher in boxing history. If you watch him fight, if you watched him fight, you will know what I'm talking about. When Julian Jackson, he was not the fastest guy, the flashiest, but he should have come with a warning sign. Don't let me hit you. Because when he hits you, you're not dancing and you're not dancing, you're not buckling, you're not going down on your face so like loose and just dropping. Julian Jackson hits you, I don't care who you are, you're gonna get stiffened up like this on your way down. Stiff. Jackson used to make his opponents stiff as he lands. It could be with the left hook, the right cross, the right hook. Any punch that he lands on your face, you are going to get frozen up. Frozen up into the next dimension. 3-time world champion, 2 divisions, champion at 154, champion at 160. He even put Terry Norris, who was a tremendous fighter back in the day, to sleep. To sleep. Terry Norris, good boxer, good hand speed, very skilled. Was like a Meldrick Taylor back in the day. And Terry Norris got put to sleep, fell right on his face. He was doing his thing, and when Jackson connected with a right hand, his whole world stopped. He was doing his thing, and then Jackson touched him, and it was like, and Jackson with another right hand, for good measure, boop, and down he goes. It was incredible what Julian Jackson would do to his opponent and the type of punching power that he possessed. Nowadays, Julian Jackson will be considered a boogeyman in his weight class, because I'm sure a lot of fighters would have ducked him because of his punching power. You don't see guys knocking out fighters. You don't see fighters knocking out fighters like how Julian Jackson did back in the day today. And if so, man, a lot of fighters would have ducked Julian Jackson today. Because the way Julian Jackson would KO his opponents, you're likely to be next. so many tremendous fighters out of the Virgin Islands. Emil Griffith, Livingstone Bramble, and Julian Jackson is a part of it. And all three fighters, Bramble, Emil Griffith, and Jackson, are all three tremendous fighters out of the Virgin Islands. You even got Sugar Ray Seals on there. But Julian Jackson is to be talked about with so much more excitement than all those guys, because not only he's a Hall of Famer, he was a great fighter, but he brought excitement with those knockouts. And he was not the biggest guy. He didn't look the strongest, man. But when he hits you, it's like he hit like a heavyweight, like a Mack truck. 154, 160 the most, heaviest. And Jackson is turning your lights out like this. Special fighter, special power, something that I don't think no one will ever see, because we continue to see KOs and all that stuff, but Julian Jackson, man, no one did it better than Julian Jackson back in the day, and even today, no one is delivering KOs like Julian Jackson did back in the day today. You know, it's crazy. Back with his fight against Graham, Julian was getting outboxed, right? Losing the fight until Graham got greedy. He left himself open, and Julian connected with a right hand counter shot over the top, right on the chin. And Graham's party was over. After having his way with Jackson, the party was over. He got careless, he got greedy, too comfortable, and Jackson spoiled his party, ended the party, and put him to sleep right on his back, stiffened him up right there like this, and went straight on his back. It's just, you could have counted out Julian Jackson in a fight, because you could be comfortable for however how much rounds you're outboxing him and having your way. But the minute Julian connects, 99.9% you're going to sleep, unless you have a solid chin that you can take the shot well. So this is my edition of Throwback Thursday, and Throwback Thursday, I'm throwing it all the way back to the 80s and 90s to one up, if not the hardest puncher in the history of the sport, Julian the Hawk Jackson. 55 wins with 49 KOs, three-time world champion in two weight classes. One of the greatest fighters to ever come out of the U.S. Virgin Islands. I wish Julian Jackson was fighting today, man. It would have been exciting to watch, and he definitely would have put Virgin Islands on the map today, like how he did back in the day, for sure, man. That power was scary, and like I said, a lot of fights would have ducked it today. And that's all I got to say about that, ladies and gentlemen. Miracle Boy Boxing, guys. I am your host, and crew. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. It is always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.